Well, as renovations continue at the White House, we're on day 22 of the federal government shutdown, and Louisville is watching it closely. The city's housing authority is crossing its fingers for a resolution soon. The agency is 90% federally funded and has some major demolition projects on the horizon. Isaiah Kim Martinez explains whether any services are being affected.
So I know the government shut down, and we're not sure what the reopening of the government is going to look like in terms of funding federal programs, but I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to continue to do what we're doing.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority, which serves 30,000 people in the city, says it's business as usual for them, as long as the federal government opens back up within the next month or so. Executive Director Elizabeth Strojan.
We're able to pay landlords. We paid them in October. We'll be able to pay them in November.
But if the shutdown drags out into later November or December, Strojan tells us it could disrupt their work. She didn't go into specifics on what services could be affected. I did ask if Section 8 vouchers could be in jeopardy.
It really depends. So there's a really large ecosystem of people that would be impacted by Section 8 stoppages. So I would assume that folks would want to keep that program going.
Despite the government stoppage, the Housing Authority is on track to get everyone moved out of the troublesome Dosker Manor apartments downtown by the end of the year. Fewer than 100 people remain at the aging facility, riddled with health and safety concerns. Dozens of the people who have already moved out are getting a helping hand from the Happy Home Furniture Bank over in Jeffersonville, which has provided them with essentials for their new home.
It makes a big difference. You know, I couldn't imagine not having a bed to sleep in or a clean blanket or dishes to eat out of.
The group, made up almost entirely of volunteers like Vicki Muncie, works exclusively with Southern Indiana and Metro Louisville social service agencies. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
As of August, the Housing Authority has federal approval to demolish the Dosker Manor apartments once everyone is moved out. The plan is to rebuild affordable housing units there on site in new buildings that are easier to manage. By the way, the Happy Home Furniture Bank could use your help to continue providing these services across Kentuckiana. Here's a few of the items they're looking for: sofas, dressers, small kitchen tables, lamps, comforters, and bedspreads. And that's just to name a few. They're also in need of monetary donations and more volunteers.